Hello, math students. Welcome to Module 11 Geometry. This is Lesson 13, and it is called Understanding Three-Dimensional Figures. Our goal for today we will learn how to build 3D figures from cubes, focusing on the horizontal slicing planes. The question that I want you to think about is, when using grid paper to build 3D figures, what view is used to account for the total cubes? How do you know? Okay, so bird's eye view. Bird's eye view means this is what a house would look like from the front. So if we saw it from the front, and your job with the bird's eye view is to tell me what it would look like if you were flying above it. So if we're trying to visualize what it would look like when you're flying above it, you would see that top of the house, and then you would see the two sides. So the question that I'm asking down here is, would it look like this if you're looking straight down from a bird's eye view? And the answer is yes, because this right here is the top seam of the house, right? So this right here represents this point going back in the three-dimensional, right? And then these outside edges represent the outside edges of the house looking straight down. So what a bird's eye view is that when a bird is flying above something and looking straight down, this is what it would see. So horizontal slicing planes allow geometry students to see the layers of slices that make up three-dimensional figures. So if you're looking at a figure from the top, you can see what it would look like if you're just looking straight down. So three-dimensional figures have many different views. So if we're looking at this one, it says, what does it look like if you saw this from up above? So if we're looking at it directly, this little dot right here is telling us we're looking at it from the front side. So this is what we would see from the front side. What you have to be able to do is envision yourself up on top of it, and what would it look like when you were looking straight down? This, for this figure, is what you would see if you're looking straight down. You would only see those because you're looking at it straight down, and you see the face of this one right here, you see the face of this one right here, and you see the face of this one right here. So this space right here is represented by this square. This space is represented by this square, and this space right here is represented by this square. So that is called a bird's eye view, because that's what we see from looking straight down. Bird's eye view. Okay? All right, and so the other thing that you need to be aware of when we work with these problems is they're always going to give you a focal point. This focal point means that we're looking head on, or front view. So that dot tells you where you're looking from. Okay, so this would be the bottom of the tabletop, and you're looking directly at it. This means you're looking straight down from the sky, and that's what you would see. So horizontal slicing planes show the different layers of three-dimensional figures in order to build them correctly. Okay, so that's why the horizontal slicing planes is important. So let's say, what if we were going to draw a figure that looked like, let's see if I can sketch one really quick. So we have this. We'll put some depth on it, right? So then we have this. It's not drawn to scale at all, but then we are going to say that we also have this out here, right? Okay, and so this piece would have to come up here, right? So then, I'll make this a little longer. Your job is to figure out what the horizontal slicing would look like. So we would have a layer here that goes down, right? We have another layer here that goes down, right? And then you have to account for these layers that are going across, right? So then that guy would be there. So let's say there's another one here, another one there. And again, I'm sorry that this is not drawn to scale. So we'd say 2 in here, right? I think that's how we did it. So then you're going to have to figure out from the bird's eye, this is missing, right? So from the bird's eye, what would you see? You would see 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have this long one right here that goes here, right? And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have a long one that connects these two. So if we were looking from the bird's eye view down, this is what it would look like. Okay, so that tells us how to correctly do it. The reason why we're going to know stuff about understanding three-dimensional figures is that bird's eye view gives you an idea of what the actual space is that's taking up. And so, again, horizontal slicing planes allows geometry students to see the layers of the slices that make up the three-dimensional figure, because then you know what actual space is being taken up. So we usually apply the horizontal slicing planes piece to figuring out volume. That's pretty much its job, is when it's working with helping you identify volume. So when using grid paper to build 3D figures, what view is used to account for the total cubes? I would say that primarily the view that is accounted for the total cubes would be the front view. And the reason why I would say the front view is because the front view shows you how tall and then what the depth could be. I don't really know if there's actually an exact answer that works with that, because you can also use the top view, but then you don't know the number of layers. So I would definitely say it's the front view. So today we will learn how to build 3D figures from cubes, focusing on the horizontal slicing planes. And that's basically what I did back here, is focusing on those cubes and the planes so that I know how tall it is and then how to draw it. Okay? All right, kiddos, that's all I have for you in this lesson. Talk to you soon. Bye.